Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh and this is your JIS news for Monday, May 7. The island will continue to experience unstable weather conditions for the next 3 days. A trough across Jamaica has been generating widespread showers and thunderstorms since the weekend. The Met Service says isolated showers and thunderstorms will continue to affect the island as late as Thursday. In the meantime, motorists are urged to exercise caution as several roadways in Trelawney, St. James, St. Thomas, St. Catherine, and other areas were flooded earlier. These include the Bogwalk Gorge in St. Catherine, a section of the Sir Florizel Glaspole Boulevard near the Caribbean Cement Company in East Kingston, and Port Morant Square in St. Thomas. The National Works Agency is responding in areas where weather permits. Up to news time, the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, OPM, said no shelters had been opened. However, residents in low-lying and flood-prone areas are reminded to call their parish disaster coordinator or visit the OPM website to find out the location of their nearest shelter if the situation worsens in their area. In other news, government will be aggressively pursuing the development of Jamaica's bunkering industry. Transport and Mining Minister Robert Montego says this will be done by facilitating investment and ensuring that the necessary administrative and regulatory framework are in place. He points to a study commissioned by the Commonwealth Secretariat in 2012, which reported that Jamaica could generate up to 900 job opportunities and increased economic activity of approximately $3 billion. This was contingent on the country growing its share of vessels passing through the Panama Canal and bunkering or refueling in Jamaica from the then 5% to 10%.
We are therefore aggressively pursuing strategies to realize the projected growth levels. Ladies and gentlemen, in Jamaica, we are open for business.
Minister Montego was addressing the gala dinner of the recent International Bunker Industry Association (IBIA) Caribbean Conference in Montego Bay. The conference was hosted jointly by the IBIA and the Maritime Authority of Jamaica. Government has opened a Justice Center in Port Maria, offering all non-court related justice services under one roof. It's the 5th such facility that has been established, and the plan is to set up one in each parish. Services include restorative justice, mediation, and child diversion.
Every parishioner must know there's somewhere that if they need information about justice, they can attend and get information as to how to really access the courts, access a lawyer, access any justice or legal service.
The minister says the center will also allow citizens to assist the police in its fight against crime and violence.
This is not only where meetings will be held. This is where the JPs will be contacted from their part in the various communities. And in the various communities, they will set up meetings. And these meetings are not just to learn about justice programs, but to work with the police.
Other justice centers have so far been established in St. Anne, Portland, Westmoreland, and Trelawney. The major organized crime and anti-corruption agency, MOCA, is now investigating a number of fake social media accounts claiming to belong to Prime Minister Andrew Holness. The Office of the Prime Minister says social media specialists detected the fake Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts, which have been using photographs from the Prime Minister's official pages to scam the public. In addition to MOCA, the matter has been reported to Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. The OPM's press secretary, Naomi Francis, says the team is working with the authorities to identify all fake accounts and catch the scammers behind them. In the meantime, members of the public are urged to be careful and are reminded that no social media page associated with the Prime Minister solicits money. The Dispute Resolution Foundation, DRF, and the Citizen Security and Justice Program, CSJP3, are partnering to implement a community mediation project. The initiative will provide free sessions to persons in conflict. At least one mediation session will be held per month in each of the 50 communities served by CSJP3, which is funding the intervention. The project will be rolled out in 3 phases, and the first, which started in January, has included stakeholder sensitization sessions with officers of the courts, the police, representatives of the churches, and politicians.
You have a formula that can help anyone who is in conflict to resolve their issues in a peaceful and amicable way. It promotes respect, it builds relationships, it repairs relationships.
DRF's content and delivery leader, Paul Hines, was speaking at a JIS think tank last Friday. He says the Dispute Resolution Foundation is in discussion with churches and other institutions to identify suitable venues for all the sessions. Other phases of the project will include the training of additional resource persons and a media campaign launch. The National Works Agency, NWA, has started a major road rehabilitation program in Mount Salem, St. James. The NWA's Community Relations Officer for the Western Region, Janelle Ricketts, says $22 million will be spent on the road works. It targets Crawford Street, Piggott Street, and Peddlers Lane in the St. James community, which was the first to be declared a zone of special operations. The NWA will be resurfacing the targeted roadways and carrying out drainage improvement. This augments earlier efforts to repair sections of the Barnett View and Mount Salem roadways. The projects are financed through the Capital A Flood Damage Program. And finally, the National Works Agency and the Tourism Enhancement Fund, TEF, have joined forces to replace 40 LED lights along the Elegant Corridor in St. James. NWA's Western Region Community Relations Officer Janelle Ricketts says this brings to 62 the number of lights which have been replaced along the Elegant Corridor since November 2017. She says it was done to improve visibility along the corridor, as several lights have been damaged due to motor vehicle crashes. In addition to installing poles and LED lamps, the project involved repairs to the lights' foundations. The TEF provided $17 million to finance the work. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.